they had to change character names. They couldn't use your real name in the movie, or I could sue them. So all the names changed. So I don't know why he named me Cheddar Bob, but you know.
Let me ask you this: Did you listen to the Slim Shady EP? Obviously, you had to.
Yeah.
It's its work. Slim Shady LP, you listened to it.
Yeah.
Marshal Mathers, you listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
What stops you from watching the movie?
It just was. I knew it wasn't real, so I really had no intentions on why should I watch it. It's, you know, you're kind of making fun of me and making me out as the character, and so many people told me about the movie. I almost didn't even have to watch it. You know, they're just coming up with their conspiracy theory of, you know, why did he make you, you know, you didn't even show you that you were a DJ and had skills, you know, kind of made me out this dumb dude that shot himself, which I never did, you know, and it was just the whole character of the whole movie, you know. Who
was the first person to tell you that you're being portrayed in emo?
I think it was Hush. Hush told me. He's like, and then I had people that were working on the movie that were in the music business that I talked to, and they were telling me about it while it was being shot.
Oh, so you knew while production was happening that they were putting you in the film?
Yeah, and they were saying, hey, why is he portraying you as Cheddar Bob? And like, this movie makes no sense, you know. So there was a lot of communication back then.
Here's the thing we have to break down. How do we know that Cheddar Bob was you in the movie? Like, is it just based off the fact that people are saying, hey, DJ Rec is Cheddar Bob from the production set? Or was there something specific about the character that they're like, yo, that's DJ Rec, that's DJ Rec for show because these character traits are
and like I said, it goes to a catch-22 that everybody in the Detroit hip-hop scene knows me. I used to hang out with them, and I was Bob, you know, so DJ Rec, and everything just led to the people knowing. Because it's just a known fact.
Right. So because come on. People call you Bob.
Yeah.
And then so it's like they Cheddar Bob and then that's it. Automatic.
Yeah. So
so
I was loosely based on a character made up by him, but I was in the movie. I don't know why he made it. I used to wear Carhartt back in the day. You know, I used to sport a Carhartt jacket and a beanie cap. You know, everybody knows I'm the real Cheddar Bob. I mean, come on. It's just simple fact that I've been being called it for, you know, over 20 years. You know, right when the movie came out, it's like, dude, I can't believe he put you in the movie like that. You know, just people coming up and, you know, just you can only say so much.
Was there any characteristics of the character that you did look at and go like, okay, that is similar to me, like as far as character traits, or was it totally just?
Was just completely made up. Okay. You know, like the whole shooting myself, and I never presented myself like that. Our big night was Friday night at St. Andrews. That's when we went out to party, hang out, have some beers, talk. Listen to music. House Shoes used to DJ there. You know, sorry.
No, you're good.
But yeah, it was just, you know, even everybody from St. Andrews knew who I was. You know what I mean? The whole hip hop community.
Were you known
it's a tight community back then.
For sure.
Yeah, there wasn't people coming from the suburbs to hang out there. You know, it was a real small hip hop community.
So like if they had like a lineup of people that were affiliated with the scene, you stick out and there's nobody that even looks 1% like you basically.
No.
Obviously you weren't a gun wielding person for them to take the gun, do all the gun stuff. So that was just totally
never owned a gun in my entire life.
Damn.
I'll take a fist over a gun. But we used to have scenarios at the Navarre house. They were called the cap gun incidents, where we would buy cap guns, the old school cap guns, and you put the little reel, and they were kind of loud, not too loud, but loud. And we would leave them set up. And the scenario is if you came home and had a bad day and were out in the living room chilling, partying, watching movies or whatever, you could come in, grab the gun off the counter and walk in and start a movie scenario to where I did it a couple of times. Happened to be on the couch, and I walk in, and I got the gun in my hand, and these other people are like, "What the fuck? He's got a gun in his hand," and they don't know. And I start talking shit to Marshall, and I'm like, "Yo, man, you got that $20 that you owe me?" And then we pull it out, and then I shoot him. That's why they're called the cap gun incidents at the Navarre house. We did a lot of crazy shit at the Navarre house.
Man.
We had a lot of fun there. But, that was one thing. So a lot of people like Papa Doc, Cheddar Bob shot himself with his mom's gun and all that shit, like from the movie, all that. I never shot myself, and it's just to get ratings. I think
For
that
sure.
they,
I mean,
they
it's
did
a
lot of
crazy
that,
scene. Like the scene's insane to watch. So
Yeah.
it's obviously like they knew how to sell the movie.
But yeah, that was a big part of like living with him and stuff. That there was always something 24/7 going from a studio session to, just us recording and stuff, and making demos. And
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Indigenous tribe, a lot of the people from Indigenous tribe. It was kind of like a party house / hip hop house. We all loved music. Everybody come and hung out. A lot of people, were misplaced. People, I had to resort, when I left living with my mom, I needed a place to stay. So he was like, I got offered a room there because his brother was moving out to Florida, which is DJ Butterfingers. And I moved into the Navarre house and met Chaos Kid. And then he did music too, so we all kind of clicked, So it was paying your little portion of the rent, it's what I could afford. It's how I've always lived, and we just got tighter and tighter and did more work and made more tracks and all that, and everybody showed each other stuff how to do it. Was a learning curve. You know what I'm saying? Everything. First time I got my drum machine, I had to sit there for hours and figure it out. Till I got good with it.
Those things come with manuals at the time?
Yeah, they actually did. They're pretty thick too. There, you had to do a lot of reading.
Who all lived in the house together?
At that time, it was Butterfingers, James, and me. And his brother Mannix, which was the producer for Soul Intent, moved to Florida with his girlfriend.
I think I've seen a picture of Soul Intent. They had like high top hair or some shit like that.
Yeah,
and it was kind of wild.
Yeah,
right?
the four. Yep, the big Kid Rock high top fade.
Yeah.
Everybody was doing it, at that time.
Yeah, I seen like some footage of Dr. Dre before he was Dr. Dre. He was like on stage.
World class wrecking crew, man.
Yeah, and it was like
wearing the crazy outfits and stuff.
Yeah, and I was reading comments, and some people were saying like, you guys just don't get it. That even the gangster guys dressed like that back in the day. I was like, oh, really? That's wild.
Yeah.
So when you're getting affiliated with the crew, what's the first time meeting Eminem? What's like the experience like? Did you guys have synergy towards each other?
When he moved in, Butterfingers moved out. He moved out across the street into another guy that was renting a room. And James had a room available, and that's when M moved in, and we kind of became tight. But he was working on his tape release when I moved in, which was Bitophobia, which Mannix did, and that was when he moved in. He just did the studio at the Bass Brothers studio, and got it recorded and saved up his money so he could put it out on the cassette single. And he moved in then, and then we did the party there, the tape release party at the Novara house, and I DJ'd down in the basement, and he did that, freestyled, and sold, what we could. Gotta kill myself. He had a box of the cassettes that he didn't sell, and we were so poor at that time, we used to take the cassettes when I was making beats down in the basement. I would take the cassettes and be like, I grabbed a few cassettes. He's like, yeah, whatever. And we would re-record over them the beats so he could rap to, because we didn't have a lot of gear. Basically, it was a keyboard, a tape cassette, in a little mixing board that we would transfer the keyboard beats onto the tape, so he would have something to rap to.
Jeez.
Yeah, talk about old school, huh?
That is old school.
Yeah.
What year were we roughly talking about this time?
That's 95 ish.
When you guys are all living together, as far as paying rent and keeping things afloat, was it just seamless? Like, all right, we got the bills paid, we're making music, and that's all that's happening?
Yeah, and like I say, he was doing Infinite after the tape release, his cassette single, and I didn't really get too involved with the Infinite. You know, I helped out a little bit through my 2 cents in, and that's before he, quote unquote, he got his Slim Shady character.
I got you.
We were really, after we did a small little tour. We went to Atlanta for the Freaknik in '96, and we went all over and promoted the Infinite album, which the Bass Brothers recorded at their studio.
So when you're working, what parts did you have to do with the Infinite tape?
Just helped all around. If I liked something, I told him that's whack. You know, do something different. You know, but I liked Infinite. Infinite was really his rhyming schemes really. That's why I liked it, even though it wasn't a successful album. God, now copy of it's like $6,000 if you find one sealed. You know, but